Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English Today, where we make learning English simple, fun, and practical. I'm Emma, your host, and I am so excited for today's lesson.
Hey everyone, I'm Noah. Emma seems really excited today, which makes me a little nervous. What are we talking about?
Don't be nervous, Noah. Today, we're tackling one of the most common questions you'll hear in English, and honestly, one that even native speakers sometimes struggle with. We're learning how to answer, "Tell me about yourself."
Oh no, I hate that question. Like, where do I even start? Do I talk about my childhood, my job, my hobbies? I never know what people want to hear.
And that's exactly why we're doing this episode. By the end of today, you're going to feel completely confident answering this question in any situation, whether it's at a job interview, a party, meeting new classmates, or even just making new friends online.
That would be amazing because right now, whenever someone asks me that, my brain just goes completely blank.
I totally understand, and you're not alone. So many people feel that way. But we're going to break it down into simple, easy steps. Are you ready?
I guess so. Let's do this.
Perfect. But before we jump in, everyone listening, please take a second to subscribe to Speak English Today if you haven't already. Hit that like button and share this episode with anyone you know who's learning English.
Yeah, it really helps us create more content for you. And we read all your comments too, so don't be shy.
Absolutely. Okay, Noah, let's start with you. I'm going to ask you the big question right now. Tell me about yourself.
Wait, what? Right now? But I thought we were going to practice first, and then...
The best way to learn is by doing. But don't worry, I'm going to guide you through it step by step. Let's start with the easiest thing. What's your name?
Oh, okay, that I can do. My name is Noah.
Fantastic. See? You've already started. Now, where are you from?
I'm from Australia. I grew up in Sydney, actually, near Bondi Beach.
Beautiful. I'm from Canada, from a city called Vancouver. So, listeners, did you notice how simple that was? Noah just gave two basic pieces of information, his name and where he's from. That's already a great start to answering, "Tell me about yourself."
Hey, you're right. That wasn't scary at all.
Exactly. Now let's add a little more. Noah, where do you live now? Is it the same place?
No, actually. I live in Melbourne now. I moved here about 2 years ago for work. I live in a small apartment in the city center.
Perfect. And I live in a house in the suburbs with my family. It can get pretty loud with everyone home, but I love it. See how we're building up the information little by little?
Yeah, it feels natural, like we're just having a normal conversation.
That's the secret, Noah. Tell me about yourself isn't an interrogation or a test. It's an invitation to have a conversation. Now, some people like to mention their age, but it's completely optional. You can share it if you're comfortable, or you can skip it entirely.
Is it okay to skip it? I always feel awkward about that.
Absolutely. You can say something general like, "I'm in my 20s," or just move on to the next topic. "I'm 27 years old, and I'm happy to share that, but it's my choice."
Okay, I'm 24. And yeah, you're right. I don't feel weird saying it when it's my choice.
Exactly. You're in control of what you share. Now, here's a big one that people almost always want to know. What do you do? Are you a student? Do you work? What's your profession?
Right now, I'm a graphic designer. I work for a small creative agency, and I'm still learning a lot. Sometimes I feel like I don't know enough, but I'm getting better every day.
Noah, that was an excellent answer. You told us your job, where you work, and you added something personal about your experience. That makes you sound humble and motivated, which are great qualities.
Really? I was just being honest.
And that's what makes it perfect. I'm an English teacher, and I also host this podcast and create online lessons. I've been teaching for about 5 years now.
5 years? That's impressive. Okay, so we have name, location, age, and occupation. What else should we talk about?
Great question. Let's talk about family. This is a nice personal touch that helps people get to know you better. Do you have any brothers or sisters, Noah?
Yes, I have two younger sisters. One is 20 years old, and the other is 18.
Are they still students?
Yeah, my youngest sister is finishing high school, and the other one just started university. She's studying nursing.
That's wonderful. I have one older brother. His name is David, and he's an engineer. He's terrible at explaining what he does, but he loves it.
Ha! Yeah, my friend is an engineer too, and whenever I ask about his work, I get so confused.
Right? Now, what about your parents? You don't have to share everything, but you can mention what they do if you want.
My mom is a teacher, actually, like you. She teaches primary school, and my dad is a chef. He owns a small restaurant.
A chef? That's amazing. Does he cook at home too?
Sometimes, but he's usually too tired after work. When he does cook, though, it's incredible.
I bet. My mom is a nurse, and my dad works in IT. He's the person we all call when our computers break.
Every family has that person. Okay, what's next?
Let's talk about pets. This is one of my favorite topics. Do you have any pets, Noah?
Yes, I have a cat named Mochi.
Mochi. That's such a cute name. Tell us about Mochi.
She's an orange and white tabby cat, and she's honestly the laziest creature I've ever met. She sleeps like 20 hours a day, and when she's awake, she just stares at me like I'm bothering her.
That sounds exactly like a cat. I love it. I have a golden retriever named Sunny. He's the complete opposite, super energetic and always wants to play.
Dogs are so much work. I don't think I could handle that energy.
They are, but I love taking him on hikes and runs. It keeps me active. See, everyone, our pets say something about our personalities, too.
That's true. I'm definitely more of a low-energy, relaxed person, like Mochi.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, let's talk about hobbies and interests. This is where you can really show your personality. Noah, what do you like to do in your free time?
Is it okay if I say I like playing video games? I always worry that sounds too lazy or something.
Noah, it's absolutely okay. Hobbies are hobbies. There's no right or wrong answer. What kind of games do you play?
Mostly story-based adventure games and puzzle games. I like games that make me think. It's how I relax after a long day at work.
That's a perfect answer. You explained what you like and why. I love reading mystery novels and thriller books. I also enjoy hiking and photography.
Photography. That's cool. What do you like to photograph?
Mostly nature and landscapes when I'm hiking. Sometimes I take portraits of my friends and family too. It's a creative outlet for me.
I can see that. I used to draw a lot when I was younger, but I don't do it as much anymore.
Maybe you should start again. Okay, so we've covered quite a bit, but here's something people often forget. You can also talk about your favorite things. What's your favorite food, Noah?
Oh, that's easy. Pizza. Specifically pepperoni pizza. I could eat it every day.
A classic choice. I love pizza too, but my absolute favorite food is sushi. I try to have it at least once a week.
Sushi. I'm still learning to like it. Some types are good, but some are too weird for me.
That's fair. Everyone has different tastes. What about your favorite color?
Blue, like ocean blue. Probably because I grew up near the beach.
That makes sense. Mine is green. I love all the different shades of green in nature, especially in forests.
Okay, Emma, I just thought of something. Can we also talk about things we don't like? Because that's part of who we are too, right?
Absolutely. Great thinking, Noah. Sharing things you don't like can be just as important as sharing what you do like. It shows your personality and helps people understand you better.
Okay, so I really don't like horror movies. They give me nightmares. And I'm terrible with spicy food.
See, that tells us something about you. I don't like crowded places. They make me feel anxious and overwhelmed. I much prefer small gatherings with close friends.
Really? But you seem so confident and outgoing.
I can be outgoing in the right setting, but big crowds, not my thing. I also really don't like waking up early.
Oh my gosh, me too. I'm absolutely not a morning person. I need at least 2 cups of coffee before I can function.
Same here. See, listeners, we're being honest and real, and that's what makes these conversations interesting and memorable.
You know what, Emma? We've talked about so much. Name, location, age, job, family, pets, hobbies, favorites, things we don't like. That's a lot of information.
It is. But here's the most important thing I want everyone to understand. You don't have to share all of this information every single time someone asks you to tell them about yourself.
Oh, thank goodness, because that would be exhausting.
Exactly. You pick and choose based on the situation and context. For example, if you're at a job interview, you might focus on your name, your professional experience, your skills, and what you're looking for in your career.
That makes sense. So maybe something like, my name is Noah, I'm a graphic designer with 3 years of experience, and I'm passionate about creating visual content that tells stories.
Perfect. That's professional and focused. Now, if you're at a party or social event, you might say something completely different.
Like, hi, I'm Noah. I just moved to Melbourne a couple of years ago. I love video games and I have a lazy cat named Mochi.
Exactly. That's friendly, casual, and it gives people easy conversation starters. They might ask, "What brought you to Melbourne?" Or "What kind of video games do you play?"
Oh, I see. So the information you share should invite more conversation, not end it.
Precisely. And if you're in an English class or language exchange, you might say, "Hello, my name is Noah. I'm from Australia, and I'm learning English to improve my communication skills at work."
This is actually really helpful. I never thought about adapting what I say based on the situation.
It's all about reading the context and the audience. And remember, you can always keep it short and simple. There's no rule that says you have to share your entire life story.
That's such a relief. I always felt like I had to say so much, and then I'd get overwhelmed and say nothing.
You're definitely not alone in feeling that way. But now you have a framework. You know the different pieces of information you can share, and you can pick whichever ones feel right in the moment.
I actually feel ready now. Like, if someone asked me right now to tell them about myself, I could do it without panicking.
That's exactly what we wanted. See, everyone? Noah went from feeling nervous and unsure to feeling confident all in one conversation.
And honestly, if I can do it, anyone can. I was really worried at the beginning of this episode.
You did amazing, Noah. All right, everyone, we've covered so much today. Let's do a quick recap of the main points to remember.
Good idea. So when someone asks you to tell them about yourself, you can talk about your name, where you're from, where you live now, your age if you're comfortable, what you do for work or study, your family, your pets, your hobbies, your favorite things, and even things you don't like.
Perfect summary. And remember, you don't need to include everything. Choose what feels appropriate for the situation. Keep it simple, be honest, and be yourself.
And don't forget, this question isn't meant to stress you out. It's just a way for people to get to know you better.
Exactly. It's an invitation to connect, not an examination. Now, before we finish today, we have some homework for all of you listening.
Homework? On a podcast?
Yes, but it's fun homework, I promise. We want you to practice what we learned today. Go down to the comment section and introduce yourself.
Just write 2 or 3 sentences telling us about yourself. You can say your name, where you're from, what you do, a hobby you enjoy, anything you want.
We're going to read every single comment, and we'd love to learn about each and every one of you. This is your chance to practice in a safe, supportive space.
Yeah, and don't worry about making mistakes. That's how we learn.
Absolutely. For example, you could write, "Hi, my name is Maria. I'm from Brazil and I'm learning English because I want to travel. I love dancing and cooking."
Or, hello, I'm Kenji from Japan. I'm a university student studying engineering. In my free time, I enjoy playing basketball.
See how easy that is? We can't wait to meet you all in the comments.
And of course, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Speak English today. Hit that like button and share this with your friends who are learning English.
It really helps us reach more people and create more helpful content like this. Thank you all so much for spending time with us today.
Yeah, thank you. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember that you can do this.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep speaking English today.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.